This book is called Skip Through the Seasons, and it's by Stella Blackstone and Maria Carluccio. And I really like this book because you see how it says it's a seek and find book. It gives a little phrase at the beginning, and then it says, what can you see? And then it asks you to look for some things that go along with the month. So we're going to try to find some of these things. Skip through the seasons. Jump into January. Come along with me. This is another part of the pattern that you're going to find is the first word, jump into January. Jump is going to be a verb. A verb is an action word. It's something that you can do. Jump into January. And then they use a text feature, bolding and making it a little bit bigger, the month. So it starts with January and it goes through all the different months. Jump into January. Come along with me. The local pond is glazed with ice. What can you see? So then at the bottom, there are words of different objects or nouns, things that you can find in the picture. So for example, there's a dog. It's a noun. Over here's the dog. So it starts with a verb, and the verb is an action word. Then down at the bottom, the things that we can see are the nouns. So after January comes February. Fly into February. Come along with me. The hillside glistens white with snow. What can you see? After February comes March. Whirl into March. Come along with me. The wind is whistling down the street. What can you see? Can you see a kite? Can you see a clothesline? Can you find a dog? Splash into April. Come along with me. Splash, that's your verb. The first spring rains are sweet and warm. What can you see? Move into May. Come along with me. It's time to make our gardens grow. What can you see? Race into June. Come along with me. It's so much fun to eat outdoors. What can you see? You can pause this video and look for some of these words. Jive into July, come along with me. The fair is full of games and rides. What can you see? Sail into August, come along with me. The sand is soft, the sea is warm. What can you see? Gosh, I'd love to be at the beach right now. What about you? Slide into September. Come along with me. It's time to go to school again. What can you see? This says slide into September. That September is the beginning of the school year. But some of us go to school in August or other days. Some people start the school year in January. Twirl into October. Come along with me. The orchard trees are full of fruit. What can you see? Do you ever go fruit picking in October? Sometimes September too. I like to go apple picking. Sweep into November. Come along with me. The leaves are dancing as they fall. What can you see? Dance into December. Come along with me. Let's celebrate the turning year and everything we see. As all around the calendar, now that you've traveled all around the changing year, find out where the names of the months come from. So we find that January is named after Janus, the Roman god of doorways and beginnings, which makes it appropriate for January. February is named after a Roman festival. March is after Mars, the Roman god of war. April is from the Latin word to open. May is named after the Roman goddess of spring. June is after the Roman goddess of marriage. That must be why they have so many weddings in June. July is named after Julius Caesar. August is named after Augustus, who was a Roman emperor. September means seven, the word septum, because September was the 7th month in earlier Roman calendars. October means 8. It's just like September was the 7th month, October was the 8th month. November means 9, which was the 9th month, and December was 10, meaning the 10th month. So I wonder which ones, because we now have 12 months, so I wonder which months got added. September, October, November, December. If that was 7, 8, 9, 10, there must have been 2 more months that were added. And there's just some more information here about the changing seasons. And then about different calendars And this is interesting. It says calendars are a system of keeping track of time. They divide time into days, weeks, months, and years, and that there have been many different calendars throughout the ages. So it looks like different countries or different groups of people had calendars. The calendar we use today is the Gregorian calendar. So it's similar to the calendar that we use today. It says this evolved into the calendar we know today. The Hebrew calendar is a lunar calendar. The Islamic calendar has 12 lunar months. Lunar, again, is the moon. Hindu has a lunar calendar as well. So if your heritage is from different, if your heritage is Hebrew, or if you follow the Islamic faith, or if you're Hindu, if your family's Hindu, then you might have some celebrations or some holidays that might follow some of these calendars. They might change depending on what month it is. Well, now this is interesting too. So this is the days of the week, and it tells you how to say the days of the week in different languages. That was really neat. That gave us a lot of information.